In this video, I talk about making repairs around the house versus selling as is. I'm going over 3 key things: making repairs, giving a credit in lieu of a repair, and fatal flaws, and how they can make a difference to your bottom dollar. So let's get started. Welcome back, Northeast Ohio homeowners, to the video series on how to prepare your Cleveland home for sale. I'm Christine Pappas, your local realtor and host for the series. Today I'm answering the most common questions I get regarding repairs and deferred maintenance items. When meeting with homeowners, I'm often asked if they can ignore the minor fixes and just see if the buyer will bring them up during home inspection, if they can offer a credit instead of making repairs, or if they can offer a credit on something that they don't want to replace, like carpet or a major component that's reached its life expectancy, such as a roof or a furnace, or if they can just sell it as is. The short answer is yes. But I suspect that if you're watching these videos, it's because you want to do everything you can to put your best house forward, so that you can get the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. So before I get into really answering the question that will benefit you the most, think about what I mentioned in the previous video about those burnt out light bulbs. If a buyer sees issues around the house that isn't tended to, they might also wonder, well, what else isn't being taken care of? So our goal in correcting issues prior to listing is to send positive messages to the subconscious brain that all is well with the house. It's really easy to learn how to live with certain little issues around the house. Many people don't even view certain things as an issue until they're selling the house. Remember that leaky faucet that used to drive you absolutely crazy when it first started to drip, drip, drip? Then after a few days turns into a few weeks, weeks turn into months, and that drip, drip, drip just becomes white noise. It's that kind of thing that most people just don't even really view as an issue until you're getting ready to sell their house. Whatever it is, there's probably something around your house that could stand to be fixed, corrected, or replaced. So let's get into the deep dive answers. Question number 1. Can you sell the house as is? Well, I'm going to answer with a question. Are you expecting to get top dollar for your home? You probably are. And if you are, then issues need to be fixed, because here's the truth of the matter. Buyers expect a house to be in good shape and for the components to be in good working order. It's as simple as that. So if you want a buyer to pay top dollar for your house, then give them a house that's worth what you expect. Question 2. Can you ignore the minor fixes and just see if the buyer brings them up during home inspection? In other words, will they even notice? Yes, you certainly can. It's your home, so you can sell it as you wish. But if you really want to get top dollar for your house, then fix the issues. Because home buyers tend to estimate a higher dollar amount than what a repair usually is. In the long run, you will see more money in your bottom line if you fix the issues up front. Number 3, can you just offer a credit instead of making repairs? Sure, that's also an option. However, because buyers tend to overestimate how much something will cost them, it is definitely in your best interest to fix the issue first. Also, keep in mind that if the buyer is going to take out a mortgage on the property, we often see underwriters require 3 estimates for a particular item, and then they'll require a minimum of 1.5 times the amount of the average of the 3 estimates to be escrowed. So this could be really costly for you. So we typically see that it's going to be less expensive for you to take care of the issue up front rather than waiting to have to deal with it on the buyer's end of it. Number 4, Can you offer a credit on something you don't want to replace, like carpet or major components that reach their life expectancy, such as a roof or furnace? Again, this goes back to the buyer's expectancy that a house should be in good shape and the components in good working order. And if the house is not in good shape and the components are not in good working order, and the buyer has to plan on large maintenance expenses, then this will definitely translate into the offer that they provide you, ultimately reflecting on your net amount. Now let's take a minute to discuss fatal flaws. Fatal flaws are those issues that are difficult for a buyer to overcome, or they cannot overcome them at all. Examples of fatal flaws are if the house is located on a main street, or if the house abuts train tracks or backs up to a busy major highway, if the house has water intrusion, if the home's structure is compromised, such as movement in the foundation, bowing, or cracked walls, or if there's issues with the home's major components, such as deteriorated and leaking roofs, inoperable windows, outdated wiring, sewer line issues, or the furnace isn't properly working. These are all types of issues that the buyers will not be able to overcome, or they'll have difficulty overcoming them because they're extremely costly to repair and correct. And you certainly can't easily pick up a house and move it off of a main street or away from the railroad tracks or a busy highway. Now, that doesn't mean that these homes don't sell. We just have to overcome these issues in some way, shape, or form. So overall, when you're deciding whether you should make repairs to the home versus selling it as is, the rule of thumb is when it's within your ability to do so, then fix it before you list it in order for you to get top dollar for your house. And when dealing with fatal flaws, we'll individually assess them so that you can make the decision that will provide you with the best financial outcome. And here, selling it as is may be in your best interest. It's my job as your real estate agent to help you analyze the data and the circumstances so that you can feel confident and comfortable when you're selling your house. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get notified of our latest videos, because I'm putting out content that will help you sell your house or buy your next home. Thanks again for watching, and until the next video, have a great day. Bye.